All right, we are about to check out a drone video for a large tract at Cave Hollow in Ozark County, Missouri. This is a beautiful property. This is tract 30, special tract for several reasons. Number one, it's one of the larger tracts out there. It is almost 13 acres in size. It's, I believe it's 12.95 or something like that. It's super close to 13, but it's technically 12.9 acres in size. It's got road frontage along the south side. As the drone pans over, we're looking kind of westerly. Easement road at the bottom of the screen is the cul-de-sac, the turnaround at the end of the easement road. And the trail, if you look toward kind of the middle of the screen, the trail, the driveway comes off of that cul-de-sac and goes northwesterly into the property. This tract also has a named creek. It's called Little Creek. It's actually a seasonal creek. I don't think it's flowing in this video. We have another video where it is flowing, but it's got a beautiful gravel creek bed, and that's what we're looking at right now. So the driveway, you drive right across that creek bed, and there's a building site that's tucked several hundred feet into the property. I say building site. It's fairly close to the creek bed, so if you're going to build any kind of substantial home there on this property, you'd probably either want to move the site a little further north where it rises up, or potentially elevate your structure. As the driveway goes back, Little Creek actually splits into two channels just west of this property. So you've got two gravel creek beds going over the property, which is pretty neat. And then the driveway goes, and you can, to the right of the center, of the video, you can see the cleared spot for camping or hunting or potentially building. But like I said, anytime you're building that close to a creek bed, you're gonna want to use caution. So just something to be aware of. Beautiful property, so private. It's toward the basically at the end of that particular easement road. And then, of course, it has its own private driveway that leads well into the property. Whoever did the site did a good job on that. It's nice and big, easily big enough to get in and turn around, even if you got some type of trailer that you're pulling, a camper or whatnot. But they also left a couple of trees right in the center of the site. And that's, for us, that's ideal, because then you have a couple trees, that you might have for shade or for a hammock or whatnot, but they don't interfere with, when you drive to the property, they don't interfere with you jockeying your camper around or whatnot. It can be tough if there are mature trees just scattered throughout the site and you can't get in with your vehicle or the trailer you're pulling and get turned around. So on this one, it looks like it was really, really well planned out. This obviously is a fall drone video, and we can see quite a few of the colors are coming out on the trees out here. This property is going to have a beautiful mixture of timber. You'll have a selection of hardwood. You'll have cedar trees as well. We're flying northerly. Looks like a big shadow just came out, big cloud. Those open areas you see, those are natural glades. Those are just north of the property. So as we look down on those open natural glades, which are basically short grass, that's about 200 feet north of the north side of the property. That's not part of Cave Hollow, but we'll get turned around, and then as we look south, we're going to be getting a pretty good overview of the property. So again, you can see those kind of grassy areas that are called glades. We're panning way back to get a good look. As we look south, the property starts a couple hundred feet past those glades, and it's the highest at the north end, which is what we'll be flying over in just a second. We'll be flying southerly back toward where we started, where the truck was parked on that easement road. Highest on the north end, and it slopes down. The way we're going slopes down as you go to the creek bed, and then rises back up a bit as you come to the easement road. So right about now we're directly over the property, over the north end. That's a good look at that mixture of timber. That is gorgeous. The darker green trees are going to be the cedars, possibly some pines, mostly cedars in this area as far as the evergreens. But you can see a lot of oaks and hickories. By the creek bed on the property, you're probably going to find big, beautiful sycamore trees. You'll find black walnut trees more than likely. That's what we've been seeing on a lot of the areas by a creek bed at Cave Hollow. Just a beautiful, really beautiful tract. Check out the interactive map on the listing page if you really want to kind of play around and have a look at it. The interactive map. Okay, so now we're back to kind of where we started. We're looking due north. You could see just barely, you can see the white truck in the easement road. That's the south side of the property. So as we look north, the property begins directly beyond that white truck and the road, and then it goes north for something like 1,000 feet. I don't have the dimensions in front of me here, but it is surveyed, which is another big bonus. So very private. Huge bonus that it already has the driveway that leads into the cleared site. You're likely to want to mow it with either a weed whacker or a brush hog or something, because I don't know that it's been mowed for a while. But beautiful property, and just a place you can get back and be private and potentially build your own, little cabin or a hunting hideaway if you wanted to. But we ran out of videos, so if you have any questions, let us know. But that's tract 30 at Cave Hollow. InstantAcres.com is the website where you can go to check the availability. This particular property within Cave Hollow would be in the homesteader friendly section. So go to InstantAcres.com, click on homesteader friendly, and all that homesteader friendly means is that property covenants pretty much sync up with what most people who are homesteading ask for. So you're not going to have a minimum foundation size. Tiny home would be okay as a residence, that kind of stuff. So you can check that out on the website. But InstantAcres.com once again, and then go to homesteader friendly, and then this will be in Cave Hollow, or I guess Cave Hollow West, tract 30. So that's a good place to go to check availability. Or you can give us a call in the office, or you can shoot us an email at sales@instantacres.com. We would love to hear from you about this property or any of our available tracts. Or if you just want to talk about land in the Ozarks, we'll do that too. That's kind of our favorite thing.